This time. Okay. I know what's happened here. I know exactly what's happened here. Shit goes to default. I don't understand how this shit does this, but it is what it is.
Airbase at 8,500 feet MSL. You are in active pause. You are armed with a variety of precision munitions,
I need to.
including AGM-65 Maverick, GBU-12 LGBs, and
There we go.
GBU-38 GPS bombs. The cockpit is set as it would be upon entering the battle area. Master, gun, and laser are armed. The TGP is on and set to effectively use the HOTAS.
Yeah.
You must take a look at the kneeboard and step through the HOTAS pages. You will use the following conventions: control stick, DMS, data management switch.
How do I get this
DMS,
kneeboard up?
target management switch. Throttle, slew control. Coolie hat, assign SOI for MFCDs, HUD, and HMCS. China hat, save all to SPI and TGP or Maverick field of view toggle. Mic switch, select radio and open DCS comms menu. Refer to these kneeboards as you go through the training. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
Press the space bar.
Take a look at the HUD.
Press the
The
space
HUD
bar.
is currently SOI, as denoted by the small asterisk left of the pitch ladder centered vertically. At the right lower quarter of the HUD is the current navigation info, currently
So much better in VR.
Using DMS forward and aft, step through steer points 1, 2, and 3, then back to steer point 1. This will be our current navigation steer point and is the current SPI. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
Oh, I got to move this over some because we got some stuff going on here.
DMS right, then left. As you do so, the left multifunction display, you will see different weapons cycle through. Set the active weapon to GBU 38. Next, you're going to configure the Tactical Awareness Display, TAD, to enable you to locate your first target. The target, a TBN field deployed launch site, is located near a bridge located between your current position and steer point 1. Press Coolie Hat left short to cycle to TAD. Then press Coolie Hat left long to make TAD SOI. Using DMS right short, set the TAD view to decentered. Use DMS aft to zoom out, DMS forward to zoom in. With these HOTAS controls, set the TAD to clearly show your current position and steer point 1 on the multifunction color display. Practice slowing the cursor around. Place it over the steer point 1 icon. Then press the spacebar.
Make this clear from back here. Oh shit. Okay.
Note that the default display is hook to own. Now the TAD shows the info from own aircraft to steer point 1. Use Coolie Hat up short to set SOI to HUD. DMS forward and cycle past steer point 3 to the waypoints list. Waypoint 51, BRDG or bridge, marks the bridge with the nearby target site. Check on the TAD to see the waypoint displayed, a box marked with 51. Then use Coolie Hat left long to make the TAD SOI, and press the spacebar to continue. Slew the cursor over waypoint 51. Press DMS forward to hard hook waypoint 51.
He says DMS. That
Once you
says
have
GMS.
a hard hook on the display, you can slew off the item and the detailed information remains. Press TMS forward long to make the hook object SPI. Once this is completed, press the spacebar. Use Coolie Hat right long to set TGP to soy. Then observe the TGP while pressing China Hat forward long. The TGP should switch from its previous view to a view of the bridge at waypoint 51. Then try the following. Use DMS forward and aft to adjust the zoom. Use slew to move the seeker head. Use bow switch forward, center, aft to change white hot IR, TV, black hot IR. Use China Hat forward short to toggle normal and narrow field of views. When ready to begin the targeting process, press the spacebar. Using the HOTAS controls, search left and down to find the TBM site. Place the crosshairs over the TBM launcher and press TMS forward short to establish a point target. Next, press TMS forward long to make the target the SPI. Once you have done this, the SPI targeting data is sent through the weapons system computer to the GBU-38s. They are now ready to be dropped on the target. Double check that GBU-38s are selected and ready by pressing and holding Coolie Hat down. This will display DSMS on the left multifunction color display as long as the Coolie Hat is pressed down. Release Coolie Hat down to return to TAD. You are now all set to begin the bombing run on this target. To begin flying, observe the range information and caret on the HUD left side. When in range, press and hold the weapon release button until the GBU is released. Once the bomb is on its way, watch the TGB until weapons impact. Bomb away! Good hit.
Not really.
You are back in active pause. Set HUD to soy with Coolie Hat up short. Using HOTAS, DMS aft, set the current steer point to steer point 2. Make TAD soy with Coolie Hat left long. Then set SPI to current steer point with TMS aft long. Press the spacebar to resume flight and turn towards steer point 2. Once you are heading in the direction of steer point 2, press the spacebar. The next engagement will demonstrate the A10C's data link capabilities. With EPLRS, the position of other blue units is shown on the TAD as a small X. This reduces the chances of friendly fire incidents. TAD is soy. Press TMS aft short to unhook from steer point 2. Slew the cursor over the small X near the center of the TAD. This is the location of JTAC Dark Knight 11, who you will work with to engage the next set of targets. Note that from EPLRS is added to the hook track details. This indicates information from a friendly unit. When ready to continue, press the space bar. You will now establish communications with the JTAC. This will be a simple JTAC controlled engagement without many other radio calls. After each JTAC transmission, press the spacebar to continue. At any time during comms with the JTAC, if the comms menu is not automatically displayed, press
Dark Knight 1-1. This is Hog 1-1
Let's
A10.
begin.
17 nautical southwest of IP forward at 8,000. Armed with AGM 65D, GBU 38, GBU 12, 1,150 cannon. Playtime is 0 plus 15. Available for tasking. What do you have for us? Hog 1. This is Dark Knight 1-1. Type 3 in effect. Advise when ready for 9 line.
Next, the JTAC will send the 9 line. If you do not remember it all,
Ready to
don't
copy.
worry. Press
Line
comms,
is as follows.
menu,
Forward.
F1,
2,
ready
4,
to copy.
3, 15 nautical. 110 feet. MSL. Column of armored vehicle. Golf Hotel 198917002. No mark. 0. Northeast 2,100 meters. Troops in contact. Egress east to board.
You are asked to
Advise
advise
ready
when
for remarks
ready
and
for
further
remarks.
talk on.
Use comms menu, F1, ready to copy remarks.
Ready to copy remarks. Use AGM 65D. Zeus, southwest, 0 nautical.
In its remarks, the JTAC requested AGM-65D. This is a good point to select the Maverick as your active weapon. Set HUD soy, select Maverick, then go back to TAD soy. Then answer the JTAC with comms menu F1 99 readback.
Golf Hotel 198917002. Readback correct. Hog 1. Standby data. Hog 1. Cleared to engage.
The targeting info and 9 line have been sent via the data link. You will see notices on both MFCD and the HUD that you have received a data link message. Set go coolie hat right short to the message display on the right multifunction color display. You should
All right, let's don't screw this up. Kind of getting the hang of it.
see the entire 9 line. Using push button 11, AC, acknowledge the message, press twice. Then Coolie Hat right short back to TGP display. On the TAD, you will see attack flashing on the top center of the display. You will also see a small triangle blinking near the NGB Golly map notation. On the left multifunction display, press push button 19, Wilco, to acknowledge that you will engage the target. The attack advisory will disappear and the triangle will show steady. Press the spacebar to continue. The next step is to take the JTAC provided information and use it to achieve a good target lock on one of the armored vehicles. You will use HOTAS for all steps. The process is as follows. 1. TAD is soy. Slew cursor over the target triangle on the TAD. Hard hook and make SPI. 2. Set TGP soy. Slave all to SPI. Use TGP to find a vehicle and make point target. And then make it SPI. 3. Set left multifunction color display to MAV. Coolie Hat left short. Make MAV soy. Coolie Hat left long. Set MAV seeker to SPI. China Hat forward long. If needed, zoom field of view. China Hat forward short. Track target. TMS forward short. At this point, the Maverick missile should be locked. And you can shoot it with press hold HOTAS weapon release button. Follow the steps and engage.
Select MFC Coolie Hat left short. I keep forgetting what I got for Coolie Hat. I don't want to fuck it up. Coolie Hat left short. Slave all to speed. China Hat forward long. Zoom in. What's the zoom? Use TV to find a vehicle. DMS zoom. Make point target. Coolie Hat left short. Set mouth. B. China Hat forward. Needed zoom. China Hat forward. Alright, if needed zoom for China forward, track TMS forward short. not tracking though. You were talking about finding a vehicle they miss. Slave off the speed, trying to head forward alone. Okay. And track target, TMS forward short. I can't tell if that's a solid crosshair or not. I think it is.
Good hit. When ready to target and shoot another armored vehicle, unlock the MAV seeker by pressing TMS F short, then cursor over another vehicle. The AGM-65 may automatically lock, or you may need to manually lock with TMS forward short. Shoot an AGM-65D. Repeat until all 4 vehicles are destroyed. The JTAC will report your success. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
Log 1. Target destroyed.
Before ending this training
Log
flight,
1.
there are 2 more
No further
protest
tasking
buttons you should
available.
know.
Good job. You made
Press
it part.
China hat up short to make HUD soy. Press DMS left short or right to cycle the current weapon to laser guided bomb, GBU 12. When the TGP is active in air to ground, the nose wheel steering button is used to employ the laser designator for laser guided munitions such as GBU 12 and 24, as well as AGM-65L Laser Maverick. To activate the laser designator, press the nose wheel steering button. Check the flashing L on the TGP display and HUD. This means the laser is active. Press it again to turn the laser off. Finally, pressing the Master Mode button cycles the weapon system through bomb employment modes: CCIP, CCRP, gun, and off. Cycle it to CCRP and note the HUD symbology. This is the mode you would normally use to employ LGBs. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
I don't even press no buttons, but it's the one I don't know how to do. Now, we ain't even talked about this thing right here. Up front. Master mode, but I don't know what the hell that is. But I'm finna program it. Just control, search. Master mode control button. It's M, which is button 20. I think that's button 20. throttle. Okay. Yeah, that's it, bud. Okay, what am I looking? See, press master mode button, cycles of weapon system. Okay, CM 755. This thing is way too damn far. What the hell? Why's it way over there? Your ass back here. All right, button 21. Cycle it to CCRP and note the HUD symbology. What do I know? Okay, it says CCRP invalid. Nav, guns, CCRP. For LGBs, again, more information provided for this guidance lesson. Ready to continue. Press the spacebar.
Congratulations, you have successfully completed A10C basic HOTAS training. You should still have a few weapons and there are still some targets to hit. Or you may leave the training by pressing escape. When you are ready to continue flying, press the spacebar. Good luck.
Am I ready? Shit, I don't know. I got some GBU 12s, I got a GBU 38, and what's this, some Mavericks? Okay. See if we can't figure this out. Check 5-2. Okay, it's way over there. Okay, gotta make this soy. Wait a minute, did I just come from there? 5-2 headquarters. See if we can remember what the hell we gotta do here. Got a cheat code on my phone. Cheat code is really just a picture of what you need to do. Let's see. Slew control. That's Cooley at. We didn't talk about that, sir. At this point, I'm just gonna be pushing buttons. What this button do? Nothing. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here, but uh-oh. They don't mess around. Let me figure some shit out. Oh, that's the building right there. Oh, that's cool. I think that's the building. My master mode. CPU 12. Gun. CCIP. CCRP. Oh, you gotta hit layers, don't you? Let's go back and try this again. This film 4 miles. What the? What the? What the? I don't think I got enough light in here for this. For this G2. 6.8 miles. I like to go like 10 miles. Today though, with these clouds, we just do 8, 9 miles. That's good enough. I can't drop this bomb. Man, that's a loud ass beat. That's the line I want to see right there. There we go. Oh shit, they're in trouble now. They're in trouble now, buddy. Don't let me drop this bomb. Do not let me drop this bomb. And it hit something. Finna be a problem. I'm about to be a problem. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm about to be a problem. Oh shit, we about to be a fall. How many miles? 6.4. I don't know what that circle is for though. I'm looking for a line to drop down. I think I can't. Oh man, I don't know what the range. 5.4. He just showed me how to drop GBU. So I really don't know. Okay, I see it. It's dropping. Am I dropping? Oh, it's dropping. 3.6. I don't know when I'm supposed to drop this. 3.0. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we didn't discuss this one. Okay. CCRP mode is not kicking it. I don't think I can do the CCRP. I was expecting this line to drop down, and when I got there, boom. Like we got to do some more reading here. Got a line to drop down in. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm sitting up too high. Maybe I just missed it. There's a lot of stuff up there on top of that hood I'm not seeing at all. 6 miles out. Okay. I'm gonna definitely have to find a way to turn that shit down. Is that it? I don't think I'm supposed to dive down on this damn thing. Or am I? I don't think I'm supposed to be diving down. Not supposed to. Yeah, we're not here. What the hell we doing here? Getting the line and everything, but yeah. Let's try another bomb. Uh, Try GBU. CCIP. Was it that far? 4.5 miles, I guess. Use CCRP. Okay. I've been trying to use CCRP, but I got a range thing now. Nothing's happening. CPU 38. All right. Quit trying to do extra shit. Go learn. Or is it too late? What time is it? What we got here? I don't want to do navigation. I did that. I did landing. I'm good with that. Oh, I'm on the ground this time.
Welcome to the training lesson on the Digital Stores Management System, or DSMS, often pronounced DSMAS. We'll conduct this lesson right here on the ramp, so I'm going to run the batteries and bring up some systems. DSMS is the primary interface between the pilot and payload. In the A10C, weapon profiles are used to select and configure the weapon of choice, so that you are not really selecting a weapon per se, but selecting a profile which has a weapon assigned. For example, you can create multiple profiles for a particular weapon to prepare for various tactical scenarios. DSMS allows you to create and customize up to 20 profiles, each saved under a unique name. Profiles can be cycled by DSMS controls on the MFCD, the select rocker on the UFC, or HOTAS task controls when the HUD is SOI. A selected profile is called an active profile and is displayed on the bottom left corner of the HUD.
Now I need to hit something or what?
DSMS includes the following pages: status page, inventory select page, selective jettison page, and missile control page. Some of these have additional subpages.
Is that a friggin' bungee cord right there?
The DTS upload page is
Ah,
now up.
That's a bunch
Press
of buttons.
OSB 18 on the left MFCD to upload the DSMS data. Okay, now let's select the DSMS page with OSB 14. You are now looking at the status page, which is the primary display of the DSMS. This page allows you to quickly view the following information: weapon inventory and status for each of the 11 stations, release settings for the active profile, gun status and ammunition remaining, EO power timer if Maverick is active. At the top of the display, OSB 1, 2, and 4 and 5 allow you to access the other pages of the display. Without pressing any buttons, take a moment to become familiar with the display. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to proceed. Let's set the master arm to training mode. Left-click once to set the switch to train. The blue indication on the DSMS denotes training mode. White indicates master arm safe, and green indicates master arm arm. As you can see, stations 1 through 11 are displayed sequentially clockwise, starting from the bottom left corner. Each station box indicates the profile name, which usually corresponds to the designation of the loaded weapon and the quantity remaining. Depending on the weapon, additional information may be contained inside the box, such as the launcher configuration or weapon sensor status. In the bottom center of the display, the cannon data block indicates the ammunition type and amount remaining. The center of the display indicates the current HUD mode and additional details of an active profile when one is selected. Press the spacebar key to proceed. Starting with Station 1 on the left side of the aircraft, we are carrying the ALQ-131 ECM pod, an LAU-68 2.75-inch rocket pod with 7 training rounds loaded, an AGM-65D, a BRU-42 rack with 3 BDU-33 training bombs, and a GBU-38. Continuing to the right side, we have another GBU-38, another BRU-42 rack, an AGM-65K, the AN-AAQ-28 lighting pod, and the LAU-105 launcher loaded with 2 AIM-9Ms. We are also carrying 1,150 target practice rounds for the gun. Let's first cycle through the default profiles loaded from the DTS. To do this, we need to take the HUD out of Guns mode and into either CCIP or CCRP modes. Press the HOTAS Master Mode button or the M key on the keyboard once.
What's up, Boris? S. Bench. Brady Turley, I think that's you on my Facebook page too. Okay. All right. I see you guys. I can barely see you, but I see you. Who else is that? Rick Bish. At Rick Bish. Okay. But yeah, I just signed out.
We can now cycle the profiles using the select rocker key on the UFC. Alternatively, because the HUD is currently SOI, you can press the HOTAS DMS left or right commands or delete and page down on the keyboard.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
To see a list of all loaded profiles, let's enter the profile main page by pressing OSB 1. The profile main page presents a list of all loaded profiles. Press OSB 19 to designate the WTU rocket's profile with the pointing arrow.
What?
You can now move this profile up and down the list using OSB 6 and 7. Disable the profile with OSB 9 and activate the profile with OSB 17. However, let's instead press OSB 3 to enter the profile control page to view the settings of this profile. The profile control page displays the weapon settings as set in the current profile. You can alter
SCLI
the settings along the left and right sides
single.
of the display. The settings in the profile table in the center of the display can also be changed, but from other pages. OSB 19 and 20 will cycle through the profiles without making them active. Let's try changing some of these settings for this profile. Looking at the right side of the display, you can see the current release quantity is set to single. This means that for each press of the weapon release button, only a single rocket will be fired. Let's change this to ripple single by pressing OSB 6 twice. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set. You can now set the ripple quantity to determine how many rockets will be fired while the weapon release button is held down. For example, to set the quantity to 3, press button 3 on the UFC, and then OSB 8 to enter the value into the profile. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set.
Looks like I stumped last time I tried this.
Additional options on this page include OSB 10 to set the default HUD mode, and OSB 18 to paste current profile settings into a new profile. Press OSB 16 to enter the profile settings subpage to access additional settings underlined in the data table of the display. You can now see additional profile settings. On the left side of the display, these include the escape maneuver, desired time of flight, and minimum altitude. On the right side of the display, you can set the horizontal offset, vertical offset, weapon eject velocity, and bomb rack delay.
Oh, I don't see
Press
all that.
OSB 3 to save the changes to this profile.
Never going to use this.
We are now back on the profile main page. Just as we did for the WTU profile, we could select and edit any of the other profiles. Press OSB 1 to return to the DSMS status page. Profiles can also be accessed in manual mode by selecting stations via OSBs directly on the status page. Multiple stations can be selected if they are loaded with identical weapons, launchers, and profile settings. Press OSB 7 and 19 to select stations 4 and 8 loaded with BRU racks.
I gotta make sure I don't get out of line.
Note the additional profile information in the center of the display. The profile name now begins with an M// to indicate manual mode. Profile operations in manual mode are identical to default profiles, but the profile is standalone and cannot be cycled to unless it is saved into the DSMS.
Never gonna remember this. Never gonna do this.
Pressing the profile OSB 1 while in manual mode will open the profile control page directly. Let's take a look at the profile settings available for bomb release.
Okay, maybe I will get it.
Bomb profiles include the additional option of the fuse settings with OSB 7. This can be cycled between nose for nose fusing, tail for tails fusing, and NT for nose and tail fusing. Press OSB 6 twice to change the release setting to ripple single as we did earlier for rockets. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set. With bomb release set to a ripple setting, you can also adjust the ripple quantity and impact separation in feet. Let's change the impact separation to 150 feet. Type in 150 into the HUD scratch pad using the UFC, and then press OSB 9 to enter the value into the DSMS. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set. Now save the changes with OSB 3. Press OSB 1 to return to the DSMS status page. Next, let's take a look at the missile control page accessed by pressing OSB 2 from the status page. The missile control page is used to configure the AGM-TGM-65 and AIM-9 missiles. We'll discuss the Maverick missiles first. OSB 4 enables and disables power to the Maverick seeker head. Whenever the seeker head is activated, it will need 3 minutes to align, so this should be done prior to entering the target area. Once activated, an EO timer is displayed in the bottom right corner of the display. You can try pressing the button now, but note that in training mode, the DSMS will not actually power up the Seeker.
3 minutes to the line.
OSB 5 selects between manual, location, and time modes of applying EO power. In manual mode, the Seeker head is only powered by the pilot pressing the EO power OSB. In location mode, the Seeker head is powered at a set range and bearing from a specified waypoint. In time mode, the Seeker head is powered at a specific clock time. Press OSB 5 to set the location automatic power function. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set. Configuring the location automatic power on function requires a few steps. First, select the waypoint rotary by pressing OSB 9. You should see the up-down rotary arrows on the OSB become highlighted.
All right, that's where we lost. You lost me, sir. Hit it again.
Now, press the function button on the UFC, indicated by the F adjacent to the UFC scratch pad on the HUD, and press the select rocker up to cycle to the next waypoint. You will see the waypoint number change on the missile control page. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set.
It's on 0. Hit function. Yeah, let's change. Press function button on the UFC indicated by the F. Function right here. Basically, well, I think that. Did not change. We're going to act like it did.
Now, to enter bearing and range, type in a bearing value in the UFC, for example 065, and press OSB 7. Then type in a range value, for example 20, followed by OSB 8. Press the spacebar key to proceed when set.
Okay. None of that shit is. Oh, I got to hit this. Yes. Yeah, none of that. Yeah, but just range, bearing, 0, 6, 5. Yeah, I think this thing is belly up. And nothing. And nothing. Okay, that's not. We're just gonna move on.
EO power will now be applied to the Maverick automatically as you approach 20 nautical miles at bearing 065 from the designated waypoint. The diameter of the activation point is 10 nautical miles or 25% of the set range from the waypoint, whichever is greater. When set to time mode, the time EO power function on OSB 10 is used to enter a clock time value in a similar fashion as we entered the bearing and range information for location mode.
Yeah, it didn't work,
The
but I
Maverick
understand
bore
it.
sight adjust function on OSB 6 is used to set the bore sight position of the missile seeker. On the left side of the display, OSB 19 is a rotary function to set the AIM-9 missiles to off, cool, and select modes. When set to select, the HUD mode changes to air-to-air. Press OSB 1 again to return to the DSMS status page.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of
Next,
that.
we'll take a look at the Jettison select page. Press OSB 4. The Jettison select page is similar to the status page, except you are now selecting stores to jettison. OSB 4 is a rotary function to select between fuse options. OSB 5 is a rotary to select between the following jettison modes. STR, store. When in STR mode, the user can jettison stores from one or more selected stations. Stores are released in pairs mode. Rack, station rack. When in rack mode, the user can select one or multiple stations that have racks assigned to them and jettison them along with any stores attached to them. If more than one station is selected that is assigned a rack, then they are released in paired mode. A rack or pair of racks is jettisoned with each press of the weapon release button. MSL, missile. In this mode, any Maverick assigned to an LAU-88 tier will be launched in an unguided, unarmed mode with each depression of the weapon release button. If both tiers are selected, Mavericks will be launched in pairs. MSL jettison is not available for the LAU-117. If a station is selected that is not loaded with the LAU-88 and Maverick, only the station number will be displayed in reverse video. When you are ready, press OSB 1 to return to the status page. For our last topic of the lesson,
Thank
let's
God.
enter the inventory select page with OSB 5. The primary function of the inventory page is to allow you to assign a particular weapon to a specified weapon station. This allows you to correct an error when the weapon type does not match the one specified in the profile, and it allows you to set additional weapon settings not available in the profile settings page. It also allows you to create virtual payloads in training mode. Outside of a malfunction that produces an error, you should not have a need to access this page in normal operations, because the DTS cartridge will include all the default profiles for the weapons loaded on the jet. However, we'll try setting up one station as an example. Press the spacebar key to proceed when ready. We'll reset the Maverick on Station 3. First, press OSB 18 to select the station.
Oh, don't get out of.
Now
Get out.
press OSB 18 again to select Missile as the weapon class.
Don't get out of
And
line.
now you can select the specific missile model loaded. Notice also you can select between missile types with OSB 4, missile quantity with OSB 5, and launcher configuration with OSB 8. Press OSB 18 once more to select AGM-65D.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna get funky on me. I did hit it.
Let's return to the status page with OSB 1. This concludes the training lesson on the Digital Stores Management System.
Not gonna remember any of that, but it was worth going through. I'm not gonna remember any, not any of it, not any of it, none. 0. All right, I got time for one more. Let's do precision guided munitions. I said I wasn't going to skip over stuff, but I'm going to do all of them, every last one of them. Then I'm going to YouTube and do some training. So we in the A10 all week. In the A10 all week.
Welcome to the training flight on the
Whoa.
employment of Precision Guided Munitions, PGM. In
Yeah.
this lesson, we'll practice using the Lighting 2 Targeting Pod, TGP, to engage ground targets with laser and satellite guided bombs. I've
Okay.
engaged the autopilot to keep us level and on course. Manage the throttle to maintain airspeed above 200 knots. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to begin.
Okay. I hit the spacebar key. Oh, you want me to get 200?
The A10C is equipped with two types of PGM, Laser Guided Bomb, LGB, and Inertially Aided Munition, IM. LGB munitions home in on the laser energy reflected from a target being painted by a laser designator, such as the one installed on the Lighting 2 Targeting Pod, TGP, or from another source on the ground or in the air. This makes it possible for another platform to provide designation or buddy lays, while the firing platform remains passive.
Buddy
The
lays.
laser-guided GBUs guided bomb unit carried by the A10C include the GBU-10 and GBU-12. These are essentially Mark 84 and Mark 82 general-purpose unguided bombs equipped with a paveweight 2 LGB kit, which adds a laser seeker to the nose and a set of retractable control fins on the tail of the bomb. One advantage of the lighter GBU-12 is that up to 3 can be carried on triple ejector racks, tiers, on stations 3, 4, 8, and 9. Press the spacebar key to proceed.
Well, I just learned what tier stands for.
IMs carried by the A10C include the Joint Directed Attack Munition, JDAM, and the Wind Corrected Munition Dispenser, WCMD, often pronounced WICMID. Like the Paveweight 2, JDAM is a GBU conversion of the Mark 82 and Mark 84 unguided bombs. However, JDAM utilizes a GPS receiver to determine target and own position. The advantage of using satellite navigation is that, unlike optical systems, it is unaffected by weather conditions. It's also passive and provides a fire and forget capability to the firing platform, allowing more than one target to be engaged at a time. The A10C is equipped with the GBU 31 2,000 pound JDAM and the GBU 38 500 pound JDAM. Press the spacebar key to proceed.
Press the spacebar key to proceed. Going to do these missions, just realize sometimes you gotta wait. You press the spacebar key. Sometimes you think you press it, and you press it, and you press it again, and it goes forward.
The CBU-103 WCMD is a conversion of the CBU-87 cluster bomb. An inertial navigation system, INS, is added to the weapon to provide autonomous guidance toward the target. Like the JDAM, this makes the weapon passive and provides fire and forget capability to the firing platform. Let's now review our payload on the DSMS page by pressing OSB 14 on the left MFCD.
My bad.
We are carrying 2 GBU-12s on stations 4 and 8, and 2 GBU-38s on stations 5 and 7. We are also carrying the Lighting 2 Targeting Pod, TGP, on station 2, and 2 captive AIM-9Ms on station 11. Press OSB 1 to enter the profile main page.
This pillar's not big enough.
Press OSB 19 to cycle to the GBU 12 profile, and then press OSB 3 to enter the profile control page.
The which one? GPU 12.
Press OSB 10 to change the default profile to CCRP. Then press OSB 16 to enter the profile settings page. The Auto LS Auto Laser rotary on
Shit.
OSB 6 selects between automatic and manual laser firing. When set to on, the laser is fired automatically after weapon release. The LS time setting on OSB 17 sets the time in seconds before bomb impact for the laser to fire. When set to 0, the laser will not fire. When set to a value greater than the projected time of fall, the laser will fire immediately after weapon release. When Auto Laze is set to off, the laser is fired manually by the pilot using the HOTAS nose wheel steering button or the insert key on the keyboard. If the latch option of the TGP is also set to off, the laser only fires as long as the nose wheel steering button is held down. The SOLN solution rotary on OSB 16 selects between ORP, optical release point, and BAL, ballistic release point solution queues for a CCRP release. Turn on Auto Laze with OSB 6. Set the LS time value to 10 seconds by entering 10 into the UFC scratch pad, followed by OSB 17. Press OSB 3 to save the changes to this profile.
Am I not hitting these fucking buttons? I don't know what's going on here. But I understand.
Press OSB 19 to switch to the GBU 38 profile, and then OSB 3 to view the profile control page. Once again, the options on the profile control page are familiar. Let's take a look at the profile settings page with OSB 16. As you can see, there are no unique options specific to the GBU 38 profile settings. Let's bring the left MFCD back to the TAD page with OSB 15. Employing PGMs from the A10C is relatively straightforward. All you need to do is designate the target point as the sensor point of interest, SPI, and release the weapons in CCRP mode. To begin, set the TGP to air to ground, AG mode, by pressing OSB 2 on the right MFCD.
Well, I didn't do this last time.
It's usually best to prepare for the engagement while keeping the target at your 2 or 10 o'clock position. Otherwise, you run the risk of running over the target before you are finished setting up for the attack. In this case, the weapons range is co-located with waypoint 4, range. We can use this waypoint to cue the TGP to the target. Set your steer point for waypoint 4, range.
The hell?
Now slave all sensors to speed by pressing the HOTAS China Hat Forward Long command or the V key on the keyboard. You should now be looking directly at the target array range. Note that although the TGP can see out to a great range, you generally want to be under 20 miles for visual detection of a target. Make the TGP your soy by pressing the HOTAS Coolie Hat Right Long command or hold the K key on the keyboard. Change the field of view FOV setting to narrow by pressing the HOTAS China Hat Forward Short command or the V key on the keyboard. To get a closer view of the target area, you can zoom in by holding the HOTAS Demus Up command or Home key on the keyboard. Your first target is on the southeast corner of the array, now marked with red smoke. Slew the TGP to the target using the HOTAS slew control or semicolon, comma, period, / key commands on the keyboard. Once the crosshairs are over the target, press the HOTAS Demus Up command or left control and up arrow keys on the keyboard to set the TGP to area track mode. Repeat the command to set the TGP to point track mode. Now make the target your new speed by pressing the HOTAS TMS up long command or holding the left control and up arrow keys on the keyboard. As we approach the range, bring up the DSMS page on the left MFCD by pressing OSB 14. Press the select down rocker key on the UFC to select the GBU 12 profile and make sure the HUD is in CCRP mode. Autopilot is now off. You have control. Now maneuver the aircraft to line up the azimuth steering line ASL with the projected bomb impact line PBIL of the CCRP reticle. When you are about 20 seconds from the release point, a time to release numeric TTRN will appear adjacent to the solution queue at the top of the ASL. About 5 seconds before release, the solution queue and TTRN will begin to move down the ASL toward the CCRP reticle. At that point, you need to press and hold the weapon release button and the bomb will separate as the solution queue passes through the reticle.
That's what I was trying to do last time, brother. That's what I'm looking for. 9.1. About how many miles? It don't say. About 5 seconds before release. Oh shit. Off. Way off. Still not sure what I'm looking at. I don't see anything coming down. This hood is weird too. I think the next thing I need to do is adjust this damn HOTAS. What am I looking for here?
Monitor the projected time to impact countdown displayed on the bottom right corner of the right MFCD, and also the left side of the HUD, below the airspeed indication. Keep the crosshairs over the target.
When the laser gonna hit? I mean the laser. The laser never shot off.
Nice hit. Let's separate out a bit and we'll use a GBU 38 for the second pass. Press the select rocker key on the UFC once more to select the GBU 38 profile.
Okay.
Your second target is on the northwest corner of the array, now marked with red smoke. Locate the target with the TGP and begin a gentle left-hand turn to line up for the second pass. Mark the target as the new SPI and begin tracking in either area or point track modes.
Okay. What am I doing here? So it does A and a
IM
P.
release indication is similar to LGB CCRP release. Range carriage are indicated inside the reticle for maximum and minimum range. As you approach the release point, the ASL will begin to fall down the HUD, and the range bar of the reticle will begin to unwind. When the range bars between the maximum and minimum range carriage of the reticle, press and hold the weapon's release button until the bomb separates. Releasing the weapon's release button too quickly may result in a hung store error.
I definitely released it too quick. I don't know where this mother gonna go. I don't think we're gonna hit nothing here. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Good hit on that
Ooh,
second
that was
target.
a shack. That was a shack, buddy.
This concludes the training lesson on the employment of precision-guided munitions. You have a single GBU-12 and GBU-38 remaining to practice if you wish.
Well, you damn right I wish. This thing doesn't have an autopilot? Well, we ain't got to that point yet. I guess we ain't got to that point yet. Alright, let's go back and do GPU 38. Why don't you give me like 30 weapons, man? Unlimited weapons so I can just keep going. Yeah, my post on Facebook, somebody said, I think you're being dramatic. No, no, I'm not. The A10 has a lot to it. A lot. It is not one of those easy breezy. You just get up and shoot. If I was telling somebody to get a module, I wouldn't tell them to get this one first. I would say get it. You definitely want it. But you don't want to get this one first. I really don't know what I'm looking at here. I was expecting something to drop down like it does in the Viper and other ones, but yeah, I don't see. I see in range. I dropped it too soon. Oh, it's up under me. Oh shit, we might have got another one. Oh, look, it's gonna be off, way off. That wasn't what I was going for. I don't think anyway. All right, we got what else? GPU, GPU 12. What's this green head up icon? This what? Oh, that's actually looking at the target. Oh, okay. GPU 12 manual release gun CCIP. I can't do neither one of those. So kind of. Oh, wrong end. All right, you didn't tell me how to do the guns. Oh, hit this. Okay. Do I not have any guns? I don't have no more weapons, so I guess it's better to just get out of that. Yo, oh, whoa. AGM 65, GBU, 58 laser, JDAM, air countermeasure. Got no purpose bomb. I'm jumping around what I said I was at this point. The GAO.
Welcome to the training flight on the employment of unguided rockets and the GAU-8A gun against stationary and mobile ground targets. In this lesson, we'll review the HUD indications for gun and rocket employment, and then you'll have some range time to try a few strafing runs. Before taking off, let's configure some settings for the sortie. First, set the IFC to test mode by left-clicking once so we can set up some gun options.
Do what?
Use the Select Rocker key to scroll down to the Weapons page and press the Enter key to select it.
I can't see that whole HUD. Do what? Weapons page.
Now press the Enter key once again to enter the 30mm page. Press the Data Rocker key to set the ammo type to Combat Mix, because we are carrying live ammo today. Then scroll down to the Min Out setting and use the Data Rocker key again to set the minimum altitude to 500 feet. When finished, scroll down to Store and press Enter to exit this menu. Exit the previous menu using the exit line.
Whoa.
You can now set the IFC switch back to on by right-clicking once. Let's also take a look at the DSMS to review our payload. Press OSB 14 on the left MFCD. We are carrying a total of 4 LAU-68 rocket pods. These are loaded on stations 2 and 3 and 9 and 10. Let's adjust some release parameters. Press OSB 1 to enter the profile main page. Press OSB 19 to select the profile, and then press OSB 3 to enter the profile control page. Press the OSB 6 rotary to set the release type to ripple pairs. Set the ripple quantity to 3 by using the 3 key on the UFC, followed by the ripple quantity rotary on OSB 8. Press OSB 3 to save the profile changes. Let's now bring up the TAD page for takeoff. We are now ready to proceed with the flight. Take off runway heading for waypoint 2. Climb to 6,000 feet.
I think I lost my nose with a steering button. At the center. All right, which one of these let the gear up? I know I got a button for it already.
Maintain 180 knots in the climb.
Where the hell am I going?
Let's set the master arm and gun pack switches on the AHCP to arm. Be ready for a slight stick forward input from the flight control system as precision attitude control is engaged. Pack will help keep the aircraft stable when the first stage of the trigger is depressed. This will help minimize pitch and yaw moments during cannon fire and achieve a tighter shot grouping around the gun pipper.
Where am I going?
Level off at 6,000 feet and maintain max engine power for waypoint 2.
I don't think that's still point 2 you're going to. Point 2 is over here, sir.
Autopilot is on. Let's review the HUD indication relevant to gun employment. If not currently set, make sure the HUD is in guns mode by pressing the HOTAS master mode button or M key on the keyboard.
I'm a little freaked out by this HUD. I gotta keep moving
The
the
gun
seat.
bore line cross is displayed above the center of the HUD. This cross represents the longitudinal axis of the gun. You may have to turn slightly off course to see the GBL cross. The gun ammo type and amount remaining are displayed in the data block of the left corner of the HUD. This currently indicates CM1150 for 1,150 rounds of combat mix.
Okay, combat mix, gotcha.
The A10C features 4 air-to-ground gun sight reticle options. The default and most informative reticle is the CCIP gun reticle, currently displayed on the HUD. Press the numpad asterisk key to zoom in on the HUD for a closer view of the gun sight.
How am I gonna do that, man? I got a headset on. Where's that at?
The main features of the CCIP gun
That didn't
reticle
work.
are the pipper dot in the center of the reticle and the unwinding range bar around the circumference.
I don't know
The
why,
4
but I
hash
can't see
marks
it.
at the 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions reference the slant range to the target in thousands of feet.
I know what I gotta do.
When in range, the range bar unwinds counterclockwise. For example, if the range bar is at the bottom of the reticle, the slant range in feet is 6,000. The CCIP gun reticle also features a numerical indication of the slant range to target in nautical miles below the reticle. Finally, Two moving target index marks inside the reticle indicate the aiming lead required for a moving target traveling at 20 knots in a perpendicular direction to the pipper line of sight. These are currently latched to the outside limit of the reticle at 3 and 9 o'clock positions due to the high slant range. Set your steer point for waypoint 3 and let's head back inland. I'm going to disengage the autopilot so you can make the turn.
Warning, autopilot.
Autopilot is off. You have control.
I either have to, I don't know, it's weird. I gotta, maybe you want me to sit my ass up. I don't sit too far back, I don't know. I want to sit so far. I guess it's sit back too far. I'm trying to pimp mode. Trying to be pimp mode in the A10. Still can't see that gun.
Autopilot is on. Make sure the HUD is set as SOA using the HOTAS coolie head up command or U on the keyboard. Press the HOTAS DMS right command or page down on the keyboard to switch the gun sight to the CCIP gun cross.
What?
The CCIP gun cross is a more compact version of the CCIP gun reticle. It provides the same aim accuracy, but is less obtrusive on the HUD and does not include the moving target index marks. Press the HOTAS DMS right command or page down on the keyboard again to select the 4812 gun reticle. The 4812 gun reticle is a degraded version of the CCIP gun reticle. It provides 3 impact point pippers inside the reticle for the preset ranges of 4,000, 8,000, and 12,000 feet. Normally, you would only use this gun sight if accurate target elevation data was not available for a CCIP solution. Press the HOTAS DMS right command or page down on the keyboard to select the 4,000 foot gun cross sight. The 4,000 foot gun cross presets a gun solution for a range of 4,000 feet. Once again, this would normally be used only in cases of inaccurate target elevation data, preventing a CCIP solution. All gun sights will indicate a minimum range Q as a triangular index to the right of the reticle when you are within 5 seconds of the minimum altitude set in the IFC 30mm menu. If you recall, we set this to 500 feet. The MRC will appear on level with the top of the reticle when you are within 5 seconds of the minimum altitude, and move down to be on level with the bottom of the reticle when you are 5 seconds below the minimum altitude. Press the HOTAS DMS right command or page down on the keyboard again to return to the CCIP gun reticle. Let's bring up CCIP mode to review HUD indication used for unguided rockets. Press the HOTAS Master Mode button once or the M key on the keyboard. Press the HOTAS DMS right command or page down on the keyboard to select rockets as the active profile.
What?
The rocket CCIP reticle is very similar to the CCIP gun reticle, except it will not utilize the moving target index marks. An RKT indication is added to the bottom of the reticle to identify this as a rocket sight. When employing rockets, the HUD continues to display a gun solution using a CCIP gun cross sight. This allows you to quickly follow a rocket attack with a gun strafe in the same pass. Additional indication on the HUD when using rockets includes the time of fall numeric at the top of the data block in the bottom left corner of the HUD. This currently reads 20 for 20 seconds. Set your steer point for waypoint 4 and let's turn toward the range. I'm going to disengage the autopilot so you can make the turn. Autopilot is off. You have control.
This is a badass airplane, man. I know the real life pilots, they get in this thing and they like, can't nothing fuck with me. Well, nothing on the ground, that is. They ain't looking forward to see no MIGs and shit hanging out. What am I dropping here? I don't have any Mavericks. Come in right over the little beachy beach.
Waypoint 4 is set up over the target range. A number of targets are positioned for rocket and gun fire. Your targets will be marked with smoke markers for each pass. As we approach the range, bring up the DSMS page on the left MFCD by pressing OSB 14. Your first target will be a group of stationary trucks set up for a rocket pass on the southwest corner of the range array. The target is now marked with red smoke and you are cleared hot. Press OSB 8 and 18 to deselect the stations from the active profile, in case you need a second try. As you approach to within 4 nautical miles, reduce power and begin to dive toward the target. The range bar will begin to unwind as you fly within weapons range. Keep the pepper on the target and open fire when within 2 nautical miles. Press and hold the trigger to fire the entire ripple quantity. Do not target fixate. As soon as the attack is complete, pull up and away from the target toward the water and climb to regain altitude.
Okay.
Good hits on those targets. Come off the target to the west toward the water and climb to 3,000 feet. We'll do a gun pass next.
Way off. We said 3,000 feet.
Switch to guns mode by pressing the HOTAS master mode button or the M key on the keyboard. Target 2 will be a group of stationary APCs on the northeast corner of the range array. The target is now marked with red smoke. Roll in on the target and strike down upon it with great vengeance and furious anger.
I know he regrets saying that every time he hears it. Pretty weak Sam Jackson imitation. Okay, what am I looking at here? What am I? Let's just throw some rounds up and see where they go.
Looks like that was a miss. Try another pass. Good hits on those targets. Climb to 3,000 feet for a final gun pass against a moving target.
Altitude, altitude.
Your final target will be a group of 2 vehicles. The target is moving clockwise around the target array. Target position now marked with red smoke. Cleared hot.
See, look, I'm so high up now. Sitting real high up. God dang. Is he in the red smoke? I can't see him. He way the
Pull
hell
up.
over there.
Pull up.
That's the loudest damn pull up I ever heard in my life. She's serious about that. I should have stayed on the road. I never would have found your ass if you would have stayed on the road. But you didn't.
Pull up. Pull up.
Good hits on those targets. Climb out to 3,000 feet and level out.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
Come 3,000 feet and do what? Oh, you said 3,000 feet and go in for another attack. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not with the damn with these rockets.
Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
Rockets can also be employed in CCRP mode by designating a SPI over the target using the HUD TDC, the TAD cursor, or the TGP. This would allow you to engage from a longer range or even employ a lofting trajectory to reach targets at longer range, but the accuracy of such an attack will be diminished significantly. We'll try using CCRP mode with freefall and precision-guided munitions instead. This concludes the training lesson on the use of the gun and unguided rockets against stationary and moving ground targets.
Concludes this for you. And empty this month. 930 rounds. Let's go. I don't know why I should be using. Is it that little dot right there? Oh, oh shit, I'm out.
Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
I can see some shit. Even in VR, my view changes with this seat moving so much. I thought it was a pretty stable view normally, but it's not at all. Yeah, I gotta keep hitting that adjust just like I do with track R. What the?
Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
Okay. And see nothing for the smoke, but that's not what we're going for anyway. All right, where am I shooting these damn rockets at? Man, I don't know how to shoot these damn things. Is it?
Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Mm.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
But I think there's nothing there. It's dead already. Oh yeah, he's dead. I think it's cooked. All right, so far, still very frustrating airplane. Not the plane itself, but all of the DMS. China had boats with TMS, coolie hat. That is actually a lot. It's a whole lot. Okay, change this.
Altitude, altitude.
Oh shit, you don't want to do that. But you done screwed up everything right now. Hey, landing without a hood. I screwed up the nose with steering on this bad boy. Oh, that was horrible.
One. Taxi to parking area.
That was horrible. This might be one of those that you gotta turn the damn motion seat off. It's constantly, I'm constantly adjusting. Damn view. Doesn't look sophisticated at all. Looks like a toy. Mean, evil ass toy. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for me. Come back tomorrow and I'm gonna do this one over again. I'll do the navigation. Got to do the navigation. Gotta learn how to land it. Learn how to land it. Land how to land it. Something like that. General purpose bomb position, guided position. Want to do the GPs. Definitely want to do these. And I don't even know what this is. AP, APKWS. APKWS. Huh. I don't know what that is. It's a munitions though. We got the GBU 54, A laser, JDAM, air to air, maybe countermeasures. I'm trying to get enough so that I can go into DCS Liberation, the Afghanistan map, and shoot some stuff without dying. Anyway, appreciate you guys stopping in. What's up, David? Obama giving orders. He better not be. But that is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. A10 is frustrating, but it is a lot of fun. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And I watch people like Growling, Sidewinder. Not many people fly the A10, to be honest with you. When they do, pretty cool video. Pretty cool video. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Day 3. No, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, that's day 4 in the A10. I don't really feel like I learned shit, to be honest. All right, peace.